Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So I got a request to check out Yuval Raphael's story. She escaped the hurricane attack, and I got a request to check this out. She's actually one of the survivors from the Nova Music Festival massacre. So if you'd love to check this out with me, please go like, share, subscribe, and let's get right into it. And Yuval Raphael is the one representing Israel for the 2025 Eurovision, right? Let's go check out.
Hello, my name is Yuval Raphael. I'm a 23-year-old. I was at the Nova Music Festival with 4 other of my friends. We were 5 in total. In Hebrew, we say we were in orot, like we were in lights. We were very excited. One of my friends waited for that party for like 6 months. It's a very, very big production. We went to the Kanta, to our resting place, and that's when everything started. And I remember looking immediately at my phone, and I saw 40 updates, 40 notifications of red alerts. I was pretty calm about it because before October 7th, I was positioned in the army. I was the one that allows Palestinians in for work. There's a lot of Palestinian employees that have authorization to go inside Israel and work and then go back.
I'm so fluent.
Still, I was very, very calm. Like, I was a pretty calm person. So when I saw all of that, I was like, let's just stay. Like, we're on the Gaza Strip. This is something that happens here. But then, after a few minutes, everyone started screaming, like, you have to evacuate. This party is done. So we took all of our stuff. We took the tent and everything, and we just ran to the car. And that's when I saw all the missiles. There was a lot of people trying to get out. So there was a line of cars. We took a left and started driving. The idea was to go to Bar's house, which is 15 minutes away from where the party was in Kibbutz Or HaNer. When we connected to the 232 road, we started seeing cars going around, like going back to where the party is. And we couldn't understand what was going on. So we asked someone to stop the car. He opened the window and we asked him what is going on. And they were saying that there is probably a terrorist on the road shooting cars. Obviously, we were not taking any chances, and Adar, the one driving the car, she remembered we saw 2 bomb shelters on both sides of the roads. She decided she wanted to go inside the bomb shelter. So we turned around, we parked the car. There were tons of people there, outside the bomb shelter, inside the bomb shelter. When we went inside, I was constantly with my dad on the phone. And that's when we started hearing gunshots outside. And a lot of the people inside the bomb shelter, they started screaming, it's the military, it's fine. So I'm telling my dad, the military is here, they're handling the situation, it's fine. And then a few minutes later, they started screaming, we have a wounded person outside. And that's, I just deliver everything to my dad back to the phone. Like, that's when the terrorists found us. They went inside the bomb shelter. First of all, they shot everyone that was in the pathway. And then they came inside and they started shooting everyone inside.
This would have been so traumatic for her.
And then what I remember is the pace of the gunshots. It was not like, it was boom, 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 boom. And then the shooting stopped, and because we were on the road, we could hear them going out, slamming the car door, and driving away. And so I looked to my friends, they were alive, and then I looked to my left to the girl that was holding my hand. She was lifeless and she was dead. Like, her head was like this on my shoulder. I remembered my leg really hurting, and then I looked to my leg and I had this dead body all over my leg. We were around 50 people. After the first shooting, I called my dad to tell him I'm alive, and I was like, Dad, there is dead people, you have to call the police, you have to tell them to get to us. Like he's processing the whole thing during the conversation.
איפה את?
תשלח משטרה לפה. אבא, יש מלא מתים, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח. מתים?
אבא, בבקשה, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח עכשיו. ממי, תהיי רגועה. תשארי איתי על הקו, אל תנתקי ממני את הקו, טוב? תהיי בשקט.
And then there is like a switch that happens to him. He goes like, play dead. Just play dead, just hang up the phone with me, just play dead.
יובלי, רגע, ויש שם מחבלים עדיין?
מסתובבים, אבא, תשלחו ניידות.
תהיי מתה. יובלי, תהיי מתה. תנתקי את הטלפון ממני, תהיי מתה.
ביי.
I hung up the phone. I told everyone that was in the bomb shelter that every single time that we hear them coming, we have to play dead. Even the ones who got gunshots, they came back inside, they shot again. Every time that they went out, I took my phone and I started calling the police constantly. And they were like, send me your location. And it was very bad signal inside the bomb shelters. After constantly calling the police for 4 hours and them constantly coming inside the bomb shelters, shooting more and more people, I had kind of like a breaking point. I didn't want my life to end there. So after a few hours, at one point they started throwing grenades inside. The feeling that I remember is that when there was shootings, my heart was racing. But the first time I heard a grenade, I felt like my heart stopped. Like the bombing was so strong that I felt like a few people that were inside the bomb shelters with us is the Sassi family. Avi Sassi, he jumped on the first grenade. I remember also at one point, every time after they started shooting throwing grenades, every time I opened my eyes, I could see like there's less and less people. And I didn't understand what that was. I didn't think about it at that time, but now like, it was because people exploded. And then, because a lot of us had our phones, I remember someone saying something about the internet is saying that the military is now handling the situation. That's when they started coming less frequently. So at that point I started like looking for my phone. I remember like twisting a little bit to this side and I could see my phone on the back of the dead body or something, somewhere between around this area. And I found it and I picked it up and I called my dad. He told me on the phone, I found a rescuer. Like, I found someone that will pick you up. He is with the unit, he is looking for his daughter, which is also there. Talk to him, send him your location, and then he'll come get you. And then I told that to my friends. I called him. He asked me to count the survivors inside, like how many survivors there is inside. He said he was gonna be there in half an hour. And then it hasn't been half an hour, but someone started screaming like, is there anyone here that needs rescue? Anyone here that needs rescue? And I remember like really panicking because I imagined the way we're gonna be rescued so many times, and not for 1 second I thought like one person is gonna scream outside, does anyone needs rescue? And then all of the other people that were with me in the bomb shelter, they started screaming, yes, we need rescue, we need rescue, we need rescue. And I remember looking at Bar, my friend, and she's like, we're not getting out, we're not getting out. Also, my dad told her on the phone there is a lot of terrorists that is disguised as military people. Don't go out, still play dead, play dead. And then I remember this guy coming inside. He had one arm on the wall and the other evacuated to the hospital. That's where I met my dad and my uncle and my sister. After the first week, we did an interview in the press, and it gave
I can't imagine myself in that situation. It must be very traumatizing for her. I don't even think she'll get over that trauma anytime soon. She's so young at 23. Just look at the amazing talent we would have lost in the Nova Music Festival massacre. Wow. I'm rooting for her and I hope she gets all the love and recognition she needs this Eurovision, and I wish her well. I wish Israel well. I don't pray for this for anyone. This is so. I was just imagining myself being in that situation. She's actually a very strong girl because some people might have passed out. or even died because of the shock, like the shock. Some I just, I wish it gets better and heal permanently. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all in my next video.